Hi everyone, I want to cover this topic of resilience. I have been really wanting to talk about resilience for a while. In my own journey, I've learned a lot about resilience and how it works. And I find it quite fascinating actually. So before I learned about resilience, I realized later on that I didn't quite understand what resilience meant. And one of the things that I worked through, and I did work through, and looking back, when you look back at your life, like, gosh, I made that. That's awesome, because you just don't think sometimes that you can do it, but you always can. And that's resilience. And I learned so much as to how it worked because of what I went through. So what I realized was anyone relates to this, and if you are working through resilience yourself, or you've noticed things in your life. So before I went through this, I thought resilience was all about the masculine energy, the masculine energy, that it's about being strong and being hard and being resilient and putting this guard over you, this block over you, and protective shields so no one can hurt you, right? That's what I thought resilience was. So I thought it was all about the masculine. But when I went through my journey, I realized that it was actually the complete opposite. So resilience comes down to actually feelings. That's what resilience is. So for anyone who is wanting to build up their resilience levels, who wants to be just more resilient, honestly, 100%, it is all about the heart. I'm not even joking, because even I found that quite interesting when I realized that it's the heart knowing. The resilience comes from the heart knowing. It's when you are open within your heart and you're letting yourself feel things throughout your whole body, throughout all your energy centers, all your channels, right? What's happening is that you are basically building yourself up to be more resilient. That's how it works. Because what's happened so far for so long is that we have continuously been blocking, numbing ourselves, stopping ourselves, distracting ourselves, yes, blocking ourselves from feeling. And when we are not allowing ourselves to feel and go through all those emotions, and the feeling is basically your consciousness that's making you aware of your emotions. It's connected. Your feelings and your emotions are connected. So, but when you're not allowing yourself to feel your emotions, you are blocking yourselves every time. You're basically blocking yourself from being your truth, from being the truth, because the truth is you are completely full of emotions. You are completely energy. In the complete form there is energy, right? So when you are not practicing being with your feelings and allowing yourself to be with your feelings, by the way, all the time, I'm talking about all the time. So that means you have to be completely open. Then you are not practicing resilience, because how resilience works is by being with our feelings and letting ourselves feel and be open and cry and emotional, stamp our feet and go through all the emotions, right? But with consciousness, with complete openness to feel those emotions, right? And we can do it in a calm way. We can just be there and let the emotions kind of untangle and alchemize the way it needs to. But by allowing ourselves to do that, what happens is that we are basically allowing ourselves to build up our complete truth. And I'm kind of being shown like it works up in this level. So it's going up from your heart up through your throat, and in your throat you are then expressing your truth through your energy force out into the world. So when you are not in your truth, which is the same as not being with your feelings, you are doing the opposite of building your resilience levels up, okay? So your resilience levels comes down to how much can you hold yourself within yourself completely, in your complete depth of your emotions and your feelings. That's basically what resilience is. If you can hold yourself within yourself with all your emotions, with how you feel about everything that's going on within you, with complete openness, you're holding it, like you're completely holding the whole thing, allowing it to happen, then you are building resilience. Because what that means is, in situations in your life where you are challenged with something, there's an event, there are challenges that come up right in your life, you can go through it far easier when you have learned to build up, to be okay, to hold your emotions, to be with your feelings, because now you have got the resilience, you have got basically the superpower to hold yourself. So when you are faced with a challenge in your life, now you can go through it far easier because you know you can hold the emotions, the feelings that are going to come from this particular event. And now you are resilient, as in you can hold yourself no matter what. So if you need to go through it, you'll go through it, but you know you're going to be fine because now you know that feelings are okay, that your emotions are okay, basically. I had to learn this. I mean, it took me a good year, I guess, to really get there because I didn't realize that for so much of my life, I didn't have this. And when I was faced with certain challenges and events, or before I was faced with it, when I knew something was coming up, I used to get quite scared. And then I realized as I was going through it was, oh, I just need to be okay with myself, be okay with how I'm feeling, what I'm going through emotionally. And through that practice of being okay with it, I was able to hold it more. And then I realized that that's what resilience is. Because if you can hold yourself and be who you are, I'm not talking about being fake about it, but being real, like really internal stuff within yourself, hold that and be okay with it, then you are practicing resilience. You are now more resilient. You are now more able to face things in your life, basically. So if you are looking to learn resilience within yourself, then you must be open with your heart. You must be forgiving with your feelings. You must be accepting of your feelings. You must let your feelings go through all the emotions you need to and just be with it and be okay with it. That is going to build you up more and more to be more resilient.